Rabe.
Musibire muta murire muta owitu musibire muta konka murire muta awanyu kubure buriyo no bwashesha owitu musibire muta umuntu wena hari erizoba nyenda kubegesa nyenda kugabanaho nimwe aha cyokurya ecy'abanyankore n'abakiga ecy'abanyankore n'abakiga bakozesa ekibari kweta akaro ninga ekibari kweta millet bread omujungu. So niza kubanza naboreka ingredients zakarako, then naheza nimboreka ukateka, then nanoko karya, you know. So akarako or millet bread neruga, as the name suggests, neruga millet ninga omuburo. So buro bw'omujuma nibabusa twatuseraga anankeja harubengo kongatari ebyome bikusoburo ebikurafisiyaho. So nibabisa oburo babusa gukoresano, then one oza kukora karo no mixinga esano eyoburo na nesano eya muhogo o cassava. So then oheza uteka mizgawe gatabura uteka makaro ateka moje sana iwa mixinga ugoya numanye utangwa karo kasya noine kureba ngwa karako tukachine musano kanda karo nikakuro ekiba kweta sound ejo tinguma kuturaka gweni tuza kureba yaba sound nebasa kurugamu sound ejo nibajeta okugaya akaro kandi kagaya ninga akaro kandi kakana ubwenu bwo kureka ngu ubwo kumanya ngwa akaro kakorachi akaro kasya. So this is about millet, making millet bread ninga akaro. Akarako can very important. It is a staple food umubanyankore n'abakiga. In fact hariho wayeto mujeni ushimiye making sure ngo wamugoyera karo. Aha mbageze zana nkeje zo kwinjira ezo kugitwa hashimiye kuba hariho akaro, especially for the bakiga and the banyankore. Akarako, besides being a traditional food, besides being cultural, it is very nutritious. Kine nutrients nyingi, kine iron, kine kana gluten free, by the way. It's a whole whole grain, kine na gluten free, especially for those abaruku having a gluten sensitivity. This would be a good food. So talk to your doctor about millet and if you should have millet. So nyine hanu ya esano nikwe kubane sheti esano yoburo o mixinga mune esano yachi esano ya muhogo akarako ko kagoya mutukarira omu ndiro ejine ndiro mugirebe ndiro turukarira haswana ko tukari karoma zimaka abanyankore n'abakiga mpuriro mu ndiro. So wana uza kunanke ndiro no banza wagikora ki noteka mujya staka sano kaki, then o spreading eje sano kwenda ngwa karokora akatekemu kataka akora ki kataka hama mu ndiro omwe wachetegereza sanejo ojinanko jihamu. So akaro hati yako kundaze kunena nakatechire kahire nakareta ninteka mu ahabo tukakuza kukwatamu, then nimfundikiraho, then notwara ahatebo abantu nibarya. So reka ntekeho amizi, then tubore kakaroa ko karukuza gukora ki kakaro turakateke. So teka mwamizi kugira abantu aboyine, you know, kugira abantu aboyine woyine abantu bingi noyine kuteka ekisefuriya kyango konka niza kuteka karonka k'abantu nka babiri ninga bashatu. So wano yenda nawe ninyijuka mama kuyatogiso kuteka karo akamama akateka ho kakasana ha mutwaha ashika hakasana mutwaha kateka honka coating mwenu to make like a coating, and that would help the water to boil very fast. When you put that coating, the flour makes like a coating, and that stops the air from coming out, the vapor from coming out, and that makes the water to boil very fast. So hata mizi ganje nimugareba gatabura, you know, gatabura hati. So kugarukutabura umuriro ushobeye kureka mutuguru mwinji munonga gukananga ukakacamura munonga. So oshukamwe sana ati nyuwabo kugira ngo ninturaga ningoya maybe niza kuba nimbani manyara how much kunkota kateka mwe esano nyinji munonga. Don't put in a lot of flour, and don't put in a little flour as well. You just need to balance. Okay, so you put in the flour and then you start mixing the water, and this one still looks a bit soggy, so I add in some more flour. Then mix again. Mix again. Make sure mixing the water and the flour. Alafu kwa nketenga mama kwena boka mixing eje. Fakta bakaleba kabagoya go munyungu hati kumanya yazi kiruho nkaba kabagoya go munyungu. Asa shikabati batugumere mwana wo munyungu onka hati nesafuriya nazo nzikora ki nzikora onka is a non-sticky pans. For those of you who have non-sticky pans, they may not work for this kalo, because when you use that non-sticky pan, ibintu noreba nibigaruka munankejo omuki omukaro. So oine kubana okahindura karo, oine kubana okahindura kwenda ngo ihe muki oyihe musana. Twagesa mwene bukoreki bona bugwemu. In fact, no mango akarokasya wakora ki haba hatachiri munankeji hatachiri mu esano. So make sure wabanza wanarenga rozawe utakakwasire musano utakakozere ki banze wanarengaro takayarwaza abantu. Then hati no umwaka akarono reba umuntu yanda kureba ngo tukakwata munonga nabanza yakolesa honkakara teka honkakarati wale wateka hakara oburo bakapija bahanga ukimayisa ngobwo bwashango bwatota chanje ndawo ngo yongera muki uyongere munkakasano bwene wanje
inga muhogo tuyamara
ningo mwe muhogo neta koraki neta mara no ateka mukambugo kacho musano yawo konga hata nkakarunkaka ko kwata hoti nore yangu mazimare arukumi tine kiriho tine kiro kandi kari very soft. Think maya sound no juhurejo eyo kugaya mwene neshanka sound yo kugaya erukoreka ngu akaro kareki kariyo kaba ready kandi kari soft kurungi. Is that what it means, Ama? When it is making that sound, does it mean it's ready?
Yes.
It's Kokamwen, I think the most important thing is to make sure that there are no what? Lumps of flour in your bread, millet bread. So yetenga mamani kwiha mwina nkeze sana yamawe mcho kurebera mwana we abakazi abo kubantu bakagoyana batutuka. In fact, now it's men help as well in making the karo, because it requires you to put in some what? It requires you to put in some energy. And man, you sweat. I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating. Oh. But look at how it looks. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And to know that it is that nutritious, that it has all this iron, that it has all this potassium, phosphorus, all these different minerals. Think vitamin D. It's really so good to know. Our ancestors already knew the foods we needed before they introduced, before the colonizers introduced plants like maize, which really bring a lot of, have really brought a lot of havoc. Maize, rice, those are not indigenous, and even wheat, they are not indigenous plants for us in Ankole. But Kalo, I think Kalo is indigenous. Kalo and sorghum, omugusha, they are very, very nutritious, can't be indigenous. So I encourage you to explore these foods and make sure you try one when you go to Uganda. And when you see you're a visitor and they make you Kalo, make sure you try it, because this is our staple. This is our staple food. You know, hospitality is shown by cooking someone your staple or traditional food, and Kalo is our staple food. So if you're a visitor and someone has made you Kalo, please make sure you do what? Make sure you try it. Where I am, when I have visitors, I really make sure I do for them Kalo, and they do what? And they enjoy it. It's beautiful. So you usually have Kalo with like stews, maybe like beef stew, beans, and yeah, that's when it really becomes very tasty too. So I think it is now ready, because there is no more lumps, and it's making that sound. So when you see no more lumps of flour, utakaka komera nkaka hunga, no, you don't komera akaro. Akahunga niko kuba komera. Don't leave it on the pan. So I'm gonna transfer it from the pan now and back to our basket, our endiro. So look what I want in diaspora, like when you're in diaspora, buy endiro and go with it, because Banyangore akaro, we don't serve it on the what? We don't serve it on the plate. We serve it omundiro. So just transfer it all at once, like this. You see that? Abana bakaba kunda go kombe seforia ningo kombe nyungu ya karo. You know, now my kids are not here. Still teaching them how to eat karo. So why is akateko manake nijuke twatwatire mwesano, we had already put in some flour and to help it not stick. Then okakorachi okatijita okatijita. And that is karo ready for you to eat. Ufundishiraho kwena kataka hora karondo bakarya kakunanka bakarya karuposi. Ufundishiraho ugenda korachi osavinga. Yeah, so that is in brief, that is how you make karo millet bread. And this is a very important staple food in the Ankole Chiga culture. So that's why it's important that at Ankole Chiga Academy we also teach you the traditional foods or the cultural foods that you should ensure that you can cook and you can enjoy, and they're very nutritious. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in more videos.